Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's about to unfold isn't just another rumor. It's a seismic shift, a game-changing event that could redefine the future of the NFL. And right now, I have access to details so explosive, so tightly guarded, that the league itself is trembling. I'm talking about an insider scoop that could send shockwaves through Dallas, Detroit, and beyond. The kind of intel that, if true, would shake the very foundation of what we thought we knew about the 2026 offseason. This isn't hyperbole. I've been inside the war rooms, I've seen the plans laid out, and let me tell you, something unprecedented is happening behind the scenes. But here's the thing, this is just the beginning. What I'm about to lay out for you is only part of a much larger clandestine picture. Stay tuned, because the moment I drop this, everything changes. The NFL landscape is on the cusp of a transformation so dramatic, so bold, that it will be remembered for decades. And you, my viewers, are the only ones with the exclusive inside track. So hit that subscribe button now, smash that like, and activate the bell, because what I'm about to reveal is only the tip of the iceberg. Those who are in the know understand the real story is still hidden, waiting to explode. And I promise, this isn't just speculation. It's a secret so powerful that I've been sworn to silence until now. Now let's peel back the layers. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys, a franchise known for their bold moves and relentless pursuit of greatness, are on the verge of pulling off something that could shake the entire NFL order. But why? Why would a team like Dallas, with a roster full of stars and a trajectory aimed at glory, consider a move on a level this massive? The answer isn't just about football, it's about legacy, power, and positioning. It's about securing dominance not just for 2026, but for the next decade. And I've got the inside scoop that, if true, will make your jaw hit the floor. Let's step back and analyze the Cowboys' current predicament. They finished the 2025 season with a disappointing 7-9-1 record, a rare stumble for a franchise accustomed to playoff runs and Super Bowl dreams. Their offensive line, once their greatest strength, has become a concern. Under the leadership of offensive coordinator Clayton Adams, the scheme is evolving, but the personnel still lag behind the league's best. Dak Prescott's injury struggles in key moments and the inconsistent protection for the stars like C.D. Lamb and Tony Pollard have exposed vulnerabilities. Their defense, led by Mike Zimmer in his first year, showed flashes but lacked consistency. The secondary, after Trevon Diggs' release, is a question mark, and their front seven needs reinforcements to climb back into the elite tier. Analytics paint a sobering picture. The offensive line, which used to be a playground for their dynamic offense, now ranks mid-tier in pass blocking and run-stopping metrics. Their blend of zone and man schemes under Adams has shown promise, but the gaps in experience and talent are glaring. Penalties, tackles missed, pressure rates, everything points to a need for a star upgrade at tackle, especially to protect Prescott and facilitate the ground game. The pass rush worked well in spurts, but the lack of a dominant edge rusher limits their ability to close games and stifle opponents. The defense is scrambling for a game changer, and their draft capital isn't enough to plug every hole. That's why the Cowboys are locked in a strategic crossfire, hunting for a savior, an elite player capable of flipping their entire outlook. And here's where it gets even more intense. They don't just want a star, they want a game changer. Someone who elevates the entire squad, someone like Penei Sewell. Now I know what you're thinking, Sewell, Dallas, that's a bold move. But hear me out. Sewell isn't just some ordinary offensive tackle. He's a generational talent, a rare breed of a blocker who combines size, agility, and technical mastery at an age where most pros are still developing. At 25, Sewell has already established himself as one of the most dominant blockers in the NFL, earning a 95.2 grade from Pro Football Focus in 2025, leading all offensive linemen. That's not just good, that's historic. But behind that elite veneer lies a player with a deep emotional connection to the game, fueled by his Samoan roots, his family's NFL legacy, and a relentless drive to be the best. Film study of Sewell reveals a tackle who moves with surgical precision. His footwork is impeccable, often compared to the greats like Jonathan Ogden or Anthony Munoz. His ability to anchor against the league's best pass rushers, think of guys like Myles Garrett or Nick Bosa, is almost unparalleled. His run blocking, a mauler. He drives defenders into the turf with violent intent, opening lanes for the running game and creating chaos for blitzing linebackers. Advanced metrics, pass blocking efficiency, run block win rate, pressures surrendered, show him performing at levels that most can only dream of. But what's most astonishing about Sewell is his resilience. Despite some struggles in 2025, he's bounced back from injuries, showing maturity and grit. His ankle injury last season was a setback, but it's only made him more determined. Sources close to Sewell tell me he's eager to prove he can dominate anywhere on the line, whether that's right or left tackle, a versatile asset teams crave. And if he's willing to switch, it opens the door to a seismic trade with the Lions. How could this trade unfold? Well, here's where logistics get spicy. The Cowboys, led by Stephen Jones, are experts at cap gymnastics and trade machinations. To land Sewell, they'd likely have to part with a mix of draft capital, perhaps their 2026 first-round pick, a young player like Tyler Smith, plus additional compensation. But the real question is, what would Detroit want in return? Sources hint at the Lions being interested in multiple assets, maybe a pick or a player who can help them now, especially on defense or in the secondary. They're in a rebuild mode but want to add a piece that elevates their line immediately. The big play here could be a package centered around a high-value draft pick, combined with a promising young defender or receiver, making it an enticing yet strategic swap. The Lions would aim for multiple picks, perhaps a future first or second, and maybe a mid-tier role player or two, to maximize their rebuilding potential while securing Sewell's talents. Salary cap-wise, no concern for Detroit, they have the space, and Sewell's contract, which includes an $85 million guarantee, is manageable within their structure. Dallas, meanwhile, could create room by restructuring contracts, including Dak Prescott or others, to absorb the hit. The key is timing. This move would ideally happen before free agency really heats up to catch Sewell's market value at its peak. The ripple effect? Massive. A trade of this magnitude would shake league standings, spark rivalries, and set a new precedent for player power. And make no mistake, if Sewell leaves Detroit, it's a signal that the Lions might be shifting gears, while Dallas is making a bold statement about their championship ambitions. Now, let's analyze the fit. Sewell's style aligns perfectly with the Cowboys' identity: physical, aggressive, relentless. Under Mike Zimmer, their front seven thrives on pressure, and Sewell would provide the kind of protection that allows Prescott to execute play action with confidence. His versatility means he could anchor the right side or, if needed, switch to left to free up Tyron Smith or to accommodate future plans. His presence would also elevate the entire line, creating a domino effect where the run game improves and passing lanes open up, making the Cowboys a nightmare for defenses. Projection-wise, Sewell would instantly become a cornerstone of Dallas's offensive line. In the short term, he'd bolster a unit that's been inconsistent, providing stability that could lead to a resurgence in 2026. Long term, he's only 25, a prime age for dominance, with the potential to anchor the line for a decade. In comparison, players like Trent Williams or David Bakhtiari have already shown how a top-tier tackle can be the difference maker on a championship team. Worst-case scenario, the trade doesn't go through and Dallas continues to scramble for answers. But the upside, it's astronomical. Sewell's presence would cast a shadow over the NFC East, giving Dallas an unbeatable advantage along the line and signaling to the league that they're serious about reclaiming their throne. And what about Detroit? Would they really consider moving Sewell? Given the current rebuild, yes. They can replace him with emerging talent, and the draft capital and young players they'd receive in return could accelerate their path. Plus, with Sewell wanting to be a cornerstone, and rumors suggesting he might be open to a change if it means contending somewhere else, the Lions might see this as a calculated risk to reload faster. The NFL insiders are buzzing. League executives are watching every move. Rumors swirl about frenzied conversations behind closed doors, about secret meetings and clandestine negotiations. Could this be the move that defines the 2026 offseason? Absolutely. The potential to secure Sewell, a true game changer, is so enticing that even the most cautious teams are reconsidering. It's a chess match, and Dallas is playing for checkmate. So here's what you need to keep your eyes on. Insiders say Dallas is preparing a blockbuster offer. The Lions are listening but demanding top dollar. The league's best negotiators are at work and time is running out. The next few weeks will be critical, with insiders whispering of sudden developments and unexpected twists. Watch for early signals, draft day leaks, unofficial visits, or even peculiar roster moves. This isn't just a trade, it's a statement of intent. Dallas is ready to stake their claim, and Detroit might just be the key to unlocking their future. And I promise you, when this deal drops, it won't be selective. It will send shockwaves through every NFL fan, every bettor, every analyst. It's a move for the ages, driven by the hunger for greatness and the pursuit of a dynasty. Sewell to Dallas. If this goes down, it's not just a trade, it's a revolution. Hold on tight. The NFL's most explosive chapter is about to be written, and you are front and center. Stay tuned, because I'll be back with all the updates, inside scoops, and the ultimate breakdown. This is history in the making, and you don't want to miss a single detail. The game is changing, and the biggest move of 2026 is just getting started.